Greetings. Thank you so much for joining me for this yoga and massage workshop, the first one of my series this year, 2025. I want to go ahead and begin with one of my favorite warm-up techniques. I will probably be beginning with this hummingbee breath or Brahmari for every workshop this year. This is just one of my favorites. It really helps loosen up this area here and relax those muscles. Kind of reminds me of when you were a little kid. When you get started, you're going to put your thumbs in your ears, blocking out the sound. And then you're going to put your pointer finger on your brow and your little finger on your sinus point. And your sinus point is this area right here where your nostril meets your face. And then your middle and ring finger will rest gently on the bridge of your nose. So your fingers will be hovering over your eyes. They shouldn't be touching your eyes at all. You can keep your eyes open or closed during this exercise. This is a yogic exercise, so you want to make sure that your posture is as straight as possible. You can plant your feet firmly on the ground. You can also lean back in your chair if you want. Just try to maintain your back straight. And so what you're going to do with this exercise is you're going to breathe in slowly and deep. You're going to take a slow, deep diaphragmatic breath, filling your lungs from the bottom up. And then as you exhale, you're going to make a humming noise. And you're going to try to direct your breath to come out through your sinuses and out your nose. So you should feel vibration underneath your nose in your sinuses. So it's like that. So let's go ahead and begin. I do recommend that you do 25 to 30 repetitions of these in your own personal routine. But for our purposes for this workshop, since we only have 30 minutes, I am going to go ahead and just do it 5 times. So back into position if you did come out of position. And we're going to do this for 5 breaths. And as you complete that last exhale, keep your eyes closed and bring your hands down. And just take 3 natural breaths. And as you complete your 3rd breath, You can go ahead and drink some water. As we move on to 2 of our eye yoga exercises. So this exercise is going to help with lubrication of your eyeball. That is so very important when we're talking about our eye health. We want to make sure that our eyes maintain their lubrication. So staying hydrated is part of that. But this eye blinking exercise will help move those tears around in there, and it will help keep your eyes lubricated. So we're going to go ahead and do this for 5 breaths. So you're going to begin with your eyes closed as you breathe in deeply, and then you're going to hold your breath for 5 seconds. And then as you exhale, you're going to open your eyes wide and you're going to blink as quickly as possible, as many times as possible. And then when you finish exhaling, you're going to go ahead and close your eyes again. Inhale, hold, and then exhale while you blink. So we will begin that pattern. Again, I'm going to recommend that for your own private routine, you do this for about 10 to 15 times. We will be doing it for 5 times. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. Close your eyes and go ahead and take that deep diaphragmatic breath, filling your lungs from the bottom up. Hold your breath. Open your eyes and blink as you exhale. Keep your eyes closed when you complete the exhale and breathe in. Hold. And your eyes as you exhale. Remember to maintain your posture as erect as possible. We've got 2 more rounds. Hold. And this is the last one. And when you complete that last exhale, go ahead and keep your eyes closed and breathe naturally for about 3 breaths. And as you complete that 3rd exhale, go ahead and drink some more water. And we'll move on to the next exercise, which is a clock focus. And so I know that a lot of us may not have analog clocks around anymore. We are very digitally dependent nowadays. I know most of us use our phones as our clocks. So you may not have one, which is fine. you're going to go ahead and just imagine it in that case. Otherwise, if you do have um, a large enough clock, you can go ahead and use that. Otherwise, you're going to direct your gaze in front of you. You can direct it to the other side of the room. The distance doesn't really matter. And you're going to imagine a large analog clock in front of you. So, ideally, what you will do is you're going to do 5 rotations in each direction, and you're going to use your breathing, and you are going to focus beginning on the 12 on each number, slowly moving your eyes clockwise until you go back around to the 12 again. And you're going to do 5 rotations in each direction. For our purposes, we're just going to do 1 rotation clockwise. And so this is going to help improve your eye coordination, and it's going to help strengthen your eye muscles and getting them used to adjusting to focus. So we're going to do, instead of focusing or doing every number, we're going to do the 12, the 3, the 6, the 9, and then back to the 12. So go ahead and imagine that analog clock in front of you, focusing on that number 12, which is the top center of that clock. And you're going to go ahead and take in a deep diaphragmatic breath as you're focusing on that 12. And exhale. And then close your eyes, still focusing on that 12. And inhale. And exhale. And then open your eyes, still looking at that 12. Move your eyes to the 1, keeping your head still. From the 1, move to the 2. From that 2, move to the 3. And hold your focus on that 3 as you inhale. And exhale. Keeping your eyes on that 3, go ahead and close your eyes. Inhale. And exhale. Open your eyes, still on that 3. Focus on the 4, the 5, and then down to the 6. Hold your focus on that 6 and breathe in. And breathe out. Close your eyes while you're still looking at that 6. Breathe in. Deep diaphragmatic breath and exhale. Open your eyes, still looking at that 6. Shift your focus to the 7, to the 8. Move to the 9. Hold your eyes at that 9 and breathe in. And breathe out. Close your eyes while you're still keeping your eyes focused on that 9 and breathe in. And breathe out. Go ahead and open your eyes, still focusing on that 9. Shift your eyes to the 10, to the 11, and back to the 12. Breathe in as you look at that 12. And breathe out. When you finish that exhale, go ahead and close your eyes, still keeping them focused on that 12 as you breathe in. Keeping your posture as straight as possible. And exhale. Open your eyes, still focused on that 12. And then you can go back to looking naturally in front of you. Take about 3 breaths. And we're going to move on to some eye massage exercises, palming and brow circle massage. And before we begin the next technique, go ahead and drink some more water. Now, this palming technique, as with all the techniques, I'm hoping to share techniques, exercises that you can do anywhere, whether you're in your office, at work, your office at home, in your car, maybe you're sitting in between places, taking a break. Whenever you have the time, you should be able to do any of these exercises or techniques anywhere you are. So with this palming technique, this is going to also help relax this area, and it will help relieve headaches as well. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to cup your palms over your eyes. So your palms should not touch your eyeball, right? Because it's going to be cupped over it. So if you, depending on how you're feeling at the time, warm hands or cold hands, either ones will help you feel better. So if you normally have cold hands, you can, and you want you want warmth in that area, you can rub your hands together. Or if you normally have cold hands, you can just keep them cool like that. Another good technique to cool or warm your hands is to run them under cold or warm water. That will also help cool them down or warm them up. So once you've got your hands at the temperature you like, you can rest your elbows on your desk if you want. You can, if you have arms like on your chair, you can rest your elbows on there and lean back on your chair if you want to, or you can just sit up straight, both feet planted on the ground. Go ahead and cup your hands, cover up your eyes. And generally, I say to do this for about 5 minutes, but we're going to go ahead and do this for 5 deep diaphragmatic breaths. So go ahead and cup your eyes with your hands, keeping your posture as straight as possible, focusing on your breath. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. You're filling your lungs from the bottom up, and then exhale. You're going to breathe in through your nose, but you can exhale either through your nose or your mouth, whatever's most comfortable for you. Go ahead and breathe in. And out. In and out. In and out. And let's do this 2 more times. In and out. And in and out. And as you finish exhaling your last breath, you can go ahead and remove your palms from your eyes. You can keep your eyes closed or open them slowly. And just go ahead and take 3 natural breaths. And I want to point out that if at any point you feel any kind of discomfort or even pain, Please refrain from engaging in the exercise. Do not force yourself. Just focus on your breathing at that point, and you can rejoin whenever you feel ready. And this next massage technique is the brow circle massage. So I recommend that you do this 10 to 15 times. We, however, will be doing it 5 times. So for these massages, I recommend using your ring finger. This is the weakest finger in your hand, so it will apply the weakest pressure. Because while we want to apply firm pressure while we're doing this, we also want to be gentle because we don't want to cause any damage. But before we begin with this technique, we're going to take one more drink of water. Because these techniques are moving around lymphatic fluids as well as relaxing the area. And doing so may release toxins into your system, and maintaining your hydration is going to help you with the elimination of those toxins as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So you want to make sure that you remain hydrated throughout these techniques and exercises. So let's go ahead and begin. Along the brow, you're going to do tiny circles from the inside to the outside. And we'll do this 5 times. So let's go ahead and begin, maintaining your posture as you do this, focusing on your breath, taking deep diaphragmatic breaths. And just stay along that brow bone. The direction of the circles doesn't really matter, but I recommend going outward. Remember to be gentle with the pressure. And you can keep your eyes closed while you do this. You can lean your elbows at your desk or table, whatever's most comfortable for you. And when you've completed that last round, you can bring your arms down, close your eyes, and take 3 natural breaths. And as you exhale that last 3rd breath, you can open your eyes as we move on to our acupressure techniques. So we're going to do 2 points, the mid-brow and SJ23. And again, for the mid-brow point, and as I will recommend for all of these massage techniques that you do on your face, I recommend that you use your ring finger. Again, the weakest finger will be applying the weakest amount of pressure because you want to make sure that you are being gentle. But before we begin, go ahead and drink some water. Take that ring finger and locate the point between your eyebrows. And we're going to use small circular motions because these acupressure points are small. And that circular motion is going to ensure that you do hit that point. So we're going to go ahead and begin applying the gentle but firm massaging motion as you breathe in and exhale. And when you finish exhaling, go ahead and let it go. Bring your arm down and inhale. And you can keep your eyes closed or open as you do this. Inhale through your nose, and you can exhale either through your nose or through your mouth. And we're going to do this 5 times. Back to the point. Inhale. Deep diaphragmatic breaths here, filling your lungs from the bottom up. And exhale. And bring your hand down as you finish exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. Back to the point. Inhale. And exhale. And remember, if at any point you feel any kind of discomfort, please do not force yourself. Just stop. Focus on your breathing. Two more times. We'll do it one last time. One last round. And as you complete that last exhale, go ahead and bring your hand down. You can keep your eyes closed or open. And go ahead and take 3 natural breaths before we move on to our second and last acupressure point exercise of the evening. And as you complete that last breath, go ahead and drink some more water. Because again, we are moving around those lymphatic fluids. We want to make sure that we are able to eliminate those toxins that we may be releasing through these exercises as quickly, as efficiently as possible. And water will help us do that. And water will also help with your eye health by helping with that lubrication. So the second and last point is SJ23. So this point is going to be on the outer edge of your eyebrow. So there's, you may feel like a small indent at the edge of your eyebrow, right above that brow bone ridge. And that is the point that we are going to be locating on both sides. And again, we're using that ring finger, And we'll be doing the circular motions to ensure that we do hit that pressure point. So you do it for one inhale and exhale, and then you release like we did with the other pressure point. I recommend you do this 10 to 15 rounds. We're going to do this 5. So go ahead and locate those points. Again, you can lean on your desk or table, or you can use if you have arms on your chair, or you can just keep your arms freely floating. And let's begin. Inhale as you use those circular massages. And the direction of the circles doesn't really matter. Whatever feels right for you. And as you exhale that first breath, go ahead and bring your hands down. Inhale and exhale. On to the second round. Inhale and exhale. Slow diaphragmatic breaths, filling your lungs from the bottom up. Two more after this one. Back to the pressure points when you finish exhaling, and inhale. And remember, you are applying firm pressure, but it's gentle. Don't push too hard. And we've got one last round. And as you complete that last exhale, you can keep your eyes closed or open them and take 3 natural breaths. And as you complete that third exhale, you can now open your eyes if they were closed. You want to go ahead and take yet another drink of water. making sure that you maintain yourself well hydrated so that you can eliminate any toxins that you may be releasing in your system, and so that you can help maintain that lubrication in your eyes, which is so very important for eye health. So now we've come to the wrap up of the course, of this workshop, sorry. And we're going to use our cool compress. So if you had a damp rag or washcloth next to you, it should be nice and cool by now. Or if you have one of those like gel masks that you keep in the fridge or something, you can always use one of those. I generally recommend that you do this for a minimum of 5 minutes. This is going to help with your eye health, and it also helps with headaches, especially anything with the sinuses. So you're going to go ahead and put on that cold compress, and we're not going to do it for 5 minutes. I've already run over. I do apologize for that. I know this was a 30-minute session. I do thank you for sticking with me. So we're going to go ahead and do this for 5 breaths. So go ahead and put that compress over your eyes. You can lean back in your chair. You can lay down, whatever is most comfortable for you. And let's just take 5 deep diaphragmatic breaths. And as you complete that 5th exhale, you can keep the compress on or you can take it off. But that concludes our session for today. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Again, I do apologize for running over time. I understand that your time is very valuable and precious. I realize this was just supposed to be a 30-minute class, but I hope that you have enjoyed yourself, and I hope that you will be able to find some relief through these exercises, and that you are able to incorporate them into your own personal routine. Thank you again so much for joining me. I will be offering these eye yoga classes on the last Thursday of every month, so you can look for that on the platform. And I hopefully will be adding some more free classes on a monthly basis, such as yoga for Reiki practitioners. So please be on the lookout for that. And I will also send you an email with a link to the recording so that you can just go to the recording whenever, through that link, whenever you want, and you don't have to worry about searching for it on the platform. Thank you again. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you again soon.